Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Disco Elysium. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you're chose to join me today as we talk to Ruby, the Instigator, who we believe, or I believe anyway, is the one responsible for the death of the person who was not hanged, but whose body was hanged. That's, yes, and then who Kuno was throwing stones at, or rather, whose body Kuno was throwing stones at. And she has this torture device aimed at me. I believe it's over there. And it makes a bunch of noise, and I don't really like it, so I have it lowered the volume. But when she talks, I need to bring the volume back up. So we're going to have to live with it. So she said last episode, let's not talk about that shit, which is the man who was killed. You were hunting me and fell into my trap instead. That's all there is to say about it. So she thinks of you as hunters, not cops, and of herself merely as prey. Please, could you just turn it down so I can ask you something?
If you've got something really important to say, you can do it through the white noise.
And more prime numbers over there. If you're looking for a deal on mattresses, don't fall for it. It's all a scam. Oh, Rose... I'm sorry. I ate a peanut, so I have a peanut in my throat. I'm all of a sudden... Still not a frog. Oh, Rosaline, oh, Rosaline. That was Kim, clutching his head and grimacing.
God damn it.
She regards you and Kim with sudden sympathy.
Fine. If you really want to talk, I can dial it down. I've also got a gun, by the way.
She steps, reluctantly, out of the shadows. The pain lessens. But the noise doesn't, unfortunately. The gun she's carrying is a two-barreled front-loader, not like the murder weapon. Just keep her talking and you'll get through this. So we can destroy the machine if I succeed at pain threshold. I probably will lose health either way, so let's not do that. Did you shoot Lely? No. Oh, she's not gonna talk, so yay for lowering the volume. No, I didn't do it. I only helped stage the lynching, though I doubt that makes much of a difference to you. Who ratted me out, by the way? Was it Titus? No, she hesitates. He wouldn't have broken first. Well, you're right. Clage was the first to share her suspicions. Oh, she smiles sadly. I knew the kitten had claws, but not like this. But she couldn't have known I was on the coast. How did you find me? Your first guess wasn't entirely off. Oh, right, because that's on Titus. That was Titus who told me. Let's go with that. Titus and his boys, ma'am. They told us you were on the coast. She pauses, taking it in. Well, fuck. And those guys liked me. I know it. If this is what happens to people whom people like. A dull despair is creeping into her voice. How the fuck do the rest of you get by? Because nobody likes us. Wait, wasn't it you who called me the human can opener? No, I don't remember her saying that. Maybe it was. It's not personal, I opened them up. Periods have 3 dots, and that has 2. That has 2 as well. They forgot their... Oh my god, they just went all out on the 2 dots. Sure. Honestly, I don't know how I do it. I just stumbled in here. Can you please explain this shit to me? What shit? She adjusts her grip on her gun. I told you I didn't do it. Sounds pretty simple to me. A strong moral compass, says our rhetoric. She still wants the opportunity to make a case for herself. Oh my god, the dots! Why? Why do you do that? Do you torment me so, game? Why do you do this to me? Would you say that Lely was a likable person? I didn't like him. Hardened mercenaries aren't particularly likable types. Did you feel protective of the Union? Yeah, sure. And I didn't like Wildpine sending in those foreign hirelings. Me and a fuck ton of other people around here. She didn't hate him, okay? Says her empathy. On a success. A medium success at that. So you don't feel sympathy for mercs. It's hard work. Is it? There's nothing more personal that you had against him? Perhaps his way with women? You think I was envious of his conquests? Look, pussy's not a problem for me, and definitely not a reason to off someone. I have other questions. I'm listening. Do you have an alibi for when Lely was shot? Man, I was with the boys the whole night. I hope they at least bothered to impress that upon you. Yeah, there were 10 minutes they couldn't account for. You mean the length of a toilet break? That wouldn't have been enough time. No one takes a... The lieutenant winces from the pain. 15-minute leak. Kim, have you heard of a number 2? Kim, also... Have you... I mean, I don't mean to... I mean, there's a lot of people who take 15 minutes in the toilet. That's all I'm saying. And also not necessarily for a number 2. Look, fuck you, man, says Ruby. I might have also stopped by the bar. She speaketh the truth, says our drama. Yeah, I'm not convinced she's the one who did it. Do you like to hang out on rooftops? Who doesn't? Oh, you probably mean Clash's rooftop. Sure, I've hung out there. She's got this great antenna. What's so great about her antenna? Oh, it's very powerful. I used it to tune into RCM frequencies. That's how I knew to be prepared for your arrival. Is that the only reason you hung out on the roof? The view's pretty bomb too, but you might say the antenna was the main attraction there, yeah, along with Clash. So you're sure you didn't shoot the merc from the rooftop? Yes, I'm sure. She pauses. In fact, the shot couldn't have possibly come from the roof. Otherwise, we would have heard it downstairs. Says Kim. No one mentioned hearing any shots, and a rifle like the one used would have been loud. She's right. I don't think the shot came from the roof. Did you leave any flowers for Clash on the roof? Nah. Gifts of flowers and candy aren't really my style. Though these weren't just flowers. They were symbols of a revolution. So now I'm leaving revolutionary symbols around? Come on. But Clashia was mourning. I never did understand why, when someone dies, a hot house's worth of flowers has to die too. Okay, so, you didn't leave May bells. No, I did not, she says. So you're running drugs for the Union? I've been through your lorry, by the way. She shakes her head slowly. So, heart of gold, Tommy fucked me over too. Never trust a musician. That really comes as a blow to her, says our empathy. No, he didn't. I found my own way in. Okay, great. You got into my lorry on your own. What now? You're going to arrest me for drug trafficking? A bitter smile. Beneath it, she's relieved Tommy didn't betray her. You had a financial incentive to kill the merc. Ooh, that is a good point, actually. Man, it's to get away from all that murderous shit that I left Jamrock, my previous employer, for the Union. The lieutenant is unable to articulate his question. She deliberately avoided naming the mob she worked for. You might be able to find this out later, says our rhetoric. And she turns the knob down just a millimeter, and then continues. I got lucky being a dispatcher. Never had to do any of the really dirty work myself. This gun, she glances at it, has only been used for self-defense against serious scum. Yeah, but you're threatening us with it. Based on what I've heard about you, you are serious scum, she responds, holding your gaze. Really? I kind of wanted to look into that. Okay, let's take a step back. Yeah, where? More questions before doing anything, says our suggestion. Nudged it during drug stock. I messed with the machine. How did you know we were coming? I heard you in the passages, and I've been preparing for quite a while, she says. By hiding bullets under floorboards? So you found my shack, huh? I'm not surprised. Her tone is bitter. She thinks she's been betrayed. Nah, she didn't rat you out, by the way. Isabel, the washerwoman. So nice. She smiles, a little smile. That's one knife I didn't want to find in my back. You're desperate, aren't you? I was, she says, before I caught you in the pale latitude compressor. I'm fine now. That's her admitting the bullet was an emergency exit. Yeah, I figured. Did it get better? It did not. Our inland empire has a challenging success over here. It was dark in the shack. The waves outside had calmed down. She looked at the loaded gun. Then she cracked the barrel open and took the bullet out. Not today. Oh, that's what happened. Okay. Or what might have happened. Who killed the merc if it wasn't you? How should I know? She says. As I keep saying, he already had a bullet in his head when I got to him. And there hasn't been any useful gossip over the radio. Those rings around her eyes hear her tired voice. She's been staying up late listening in on the conversations. Crisscrossing Martinez. As I read that, I realize who might have killed her. Or might have killed him. Lely. Wild Pines. Wild Pines killed him. Well, actually, the thing is, they want to break the Union. And what better... it doesn't make sense why they would want to break the Union like that. Because if they wanted to break the Union, they'd just send the mercenaries in to kill everybody. And that was it. That'd be it. As far as I understand it, anyway. Police radio, you've been following the case? Asks Kim. Who hasn't? She shrugs. You know, I can still see him there, in Clash's room, lying on his side. He was still warm, but the bluish light coming through the broken window made him look as though he had been dead for a good long while. Yeah, what happened? Sunday night. Tell me your version. She eyes you warily, as though gauging your sincerity. It's okay, we just want to... He struggles to finish the sentence. All right, don't kill yourself over it. I was shooting the shit with Hardy and the boys over a few beers, like always, and then Clashy comes in, all pale and shuddering. She sits down with a drink, trying to steady her nerves, so I grab a seat next to her. Clashy said you knew something was wrong immediately. No, I really didn't. She's not that easy to read. I just assumed she had done too much blow. It wouldn't be a first for her, but no such luck. She was in some deep shit. She asked me to come upstairs. The merc she had been going with was lying on the bedroom floor, dead. I knew she couldn't get the authorities involved, so yeah. You made it look like he'd been hanged. Clashes said you seemed to have a plan prepared when you got there. A plan prepared. What? No. Faking a lynching was her idea. Her idea? Yeah, in cold blood. It really surprised me how quickly she was able to get hold of herself once we got up there. It was like she was another person. The party girl was gone. She asked me to help her drag him into the shower so she could wind the shower head around his neck to fake lividity, and then she dressed him while I went to get the Hardy boys. That's bad that she'd be so calm. Yeah, I wasn't sure whether to admire her or be disturbed. So, do you think she killed Lely herself? As I keep telling you cops, we didn't hear anything downstairs. No gunshot, nothing. But even if this is true, the lieutenant forces himself to finish the sentence. Weren't you worried this lynching might lead to... war? She purses her lips. The thought crossed my mind, but the mercenary's death was going to have repercussions either way, although the way things are going. She doesn't want to talk about this, says our drama, but not because she has something to hide. She doesn't want the guilt. What guilt? What guilt, exactly? She shrugs. Fuck it. I'm not responsible for these people after what they did to me. What they did to you? If you didn't kill him, why hide? I saw you roll into town. I wasn't about to stick around for questioning by a goddamn La Puta Madre agent. So this is what she was scared to tell Titus. This cop. La Puta Madre agent over here might be in relationship to Dolores Day. Let's find out if it is. What do you mean, La Puta Madre agent? She looks at you quizzically. Yes, you. Everyone says you're his peon. Oh, wait a minute. La Puta Madre is a him? Who was it? Oh, have we heard about this? I don't think so. Otherwise, I think my character would have known. His peon, his human can opener. Oh, she does call me a human can opener. Oh, man, I'm just going through my health packets. Through the sudden sharp pain in your head, you hear the lieutenant mumble something to himself. Fucking hell, and why me? Says Kim. Everyone says you're his peon. Who's everyone? How do you know this? Everyone in Jamrock, she says. The cops, the criminals. Why do you think I'm holed up in here with a goddamn death ray waiting for you? If she knows that about you, she must know your real name too, says our logic. I don't know what's going on here about La Puta Madre. Tell me, what's my name? If you know that about me, you must know my name. Harry Dubois, she replies quickly. One corrupt motherfucker with the disco pants and the funny tie. Agent to La Puta Madre. So she knows your name, says our volition. That doesn't mean you're on the take. Criminals make up boogeyman stories about cops all the time. All of this just means that you're effective, says our logic. Criminals know you and are scared of you. La Puta Madre. I've heard of La Puta Madre. He's dangerous, right? Is that a joke or a threat? I'm guessing both. No, that was a real question. Yeah, sure. She doesn't believe you. I'm sure La Puta Madre himself will explain it all to you soon enough. What did you do to this Madre, anyway? You've been to my lorry. You think the biggest player in Jamrock appreciates competition? She pauses. And now I can have Harry Can Opener in my lair. Fucking Titus. She's not going to change her mind that easily. She still perceives you as a threat, says our suggestion. Wait, one thing. Possibly small, but she said you rolled into town. Was that you singular or plurals or plural? She might know something. Rhetoric? How does that translate? How does that thing translate into languages that vast majority of languages don't have the same word for singular second person and plural second person? English also has a U for singular. It's the, I believe, but that's Old English. When I came into town, was there anyone with me? Yeah, you had your death squad with you. What happened to them, anyway? Wait. Who was in this squad? Well, it wasn't this scrawny dude. She nods towards the lieutenant. You had two guys and a lady. The guys looked pretty buff. Lady wasn't bad either. What else can you tell me? I can't figure out anything from this. One of the guys seemed chipper, a blonde. The other guy, oh, wait a minute. A blonde? I'm trying to think of the two people that came into, that are now in the whirling in rags. Anyway, one of the guys seemed chipper, a blonde. The other had a brooding something or other about him. Je ne sais quoi about him? That's weird. I don't know that this can be used like that in English. Anyway, and the woman was the only one in uniform. All were carrying. She narrows her eyes. That sound about right? No idea who these people are, literally, says our logic. That is a medium success. Our esprit de corps says, Satellite Officer Vicmer looks out of the window grimly and then puts his coffee down and turns to Patrol Officer Minot. We can either take a room here in the whirling or go home for today. Well, we have the names now. Let's go home, Jean. Nothing's going to happen today. she responds quietly. John takes his blonde wig off. Call Heidelstam. He can give us a ride. Heidelstam. Heidelstam. I've read that name last episode. What was that? Who was Heidelstam? Or was it 2 episodes ago? Oh, crap. I'm never going to be able to remember who that is. I think I know them. They're in Martinez. Friction lock set only... Yeah, that's interference. Fantastic. I've got to get on the road. Then you can find your friends. Unless you have anything pressing to ask me. Do you know about the bunker next door? What bunker? The communist hideout back there? I don't know anything about it. No one's been around since I set up camp. But I'm sure I'm not the first vagabond to... Her voice trails off into white noise in your head. It feels like an aneurysm approaching. Freaking hell. And bad things happen. Ooh, look at that. Degree centigrade. Ooh, look at that as well. Momentary window of clarity. I can try that. I'm not gonna. I can't take it anymore. Just go. Glad to have been of assistance. She tosses her head back defiantly and turns down the machine. Best of luck to you, officers. Reveschal's a bitch. The woman runs past you and disappears into the darkness of the tunnel. Holy crap. All things considered, the lieutenant is still reeling from the pain. That could have gone worse. Wait, shouldn't we go after her? No, I don't think she did it. She's someone else's case now. It's too late now anyway. She's gone. Yeah. What now? Now we have to come up with a really good excuse for why we walked right into a trap like that. This isn't going to look good in the report. He looks around and then points further into the cavern. Her tent. Maybe there's something in there. Maybe there is something in there. But there's not much in here. I said these were paintings. I'm not sure they are. Oh, wait a minute. Look at that. We have access to the sea? Dark water trails into the distance. There's no way out. We have dramamine, which adds to health. Thanks. +3, in fact. We don't need it, but we just need a +1. Cooking utensils. She has prepared herself porridge with bananas. Wait a minute. Did it actually add 3 charges rather than 1 charge that's worth 3? I think that's what it did. And we got $8 in there. That's fantastic. And her tent, of course. Oh, I meant to save. Anyway. The plain red tent stands by dispassionately. It was pitched by practiced hands. She's used to camping out. Yeah, I'm gonna leave because I want to save before I look inside and a dragon comes out or something. The tent looks old, but well maintained. In the darkness of the tent, a rolled up sleeping bag, cooking utensils, some books, and a kerosene lamp. It reeks of cigarettes. Assorted soft covers, the books, mostly pulp horror. A motor carriage lies buried in the snow on the cover. On another, a ghost airship. You also see a collection of radio enthusiast magazines. The lieutenant peeks in over your shoulder. See anything? I can't answer that. I'm going to sift through the magazines. Riga Monthly, Journal of Material Science, more technological digest. One of the magazines doesn't have images on the cover. It's not a magazine, it's a leather notebook. You pocket the worn brown leather journal. A trusted friend left behind, says our inland empire. We should read this immediately. Like right now, says Kim. Like right now, indeed. Save the game again, because obviously, you never know. Dragons can come out of things. So I can... oh, a thick journal. The cover is worn, like someone used to carry it around in their back pocket. I'm going to examine the cover. It's made of full-grain leather. The lower left corner of the back cover sports an embossed brand name. It's Schneller, is what's written in there. This was important to her, when it was still hers. Well, let's unwind the strap. The journal falls open. About 2/3 of its ruled pages have been filled. I don't know if that is how we say it in English, but I have never heard ruled pages. I think I know what it means. It's the pages that have lines so that you can write on them easily. Let's study the handwriting. The large cursive of someone who writes quickly and confidently. Perhaps too confidently. Many phrases and even paragraphs have been crossed out with tiny corrections scrawled above and in the margins. There's a breakthrough imminent. I'm going to flip through the pages. It's a mix of logistical notes, diagrams, and personal reflections, all dated. It's good to see she left in a hurry. If we could learn a lot from this. Yes, we could, but we're going to need to learn about it in the next episode. For right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Disco Elysium. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later. But above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.